What's up, you guys? So if you follow my channel, then you know I've been following the situation with LeToya Luckett and her husband, Tommy Walker. Last week I reported that she took LeToya Luckett Walker out of her Instagram bio, and she also removed her identity as a wife out of her Instagram bio. But as you can see, as of today, she has put wife back in her Instagram bio. It now says LeToya Luckett. She hasn't added back LeToya Luckett Walker, but it says LeToya Luckett, lover of God, wife, mom, and then her management. So that has people thinking that her and her husband Tommy may have reconciled. And her husband Tommy Walker actually posted the two of them on his page. He posted, "A family doesn't need to be perfect." I'm gonna save my commentary. He said, "A family doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be united. My everything in one picture. Hashtag the Walkers." So it's a picture of him and LeToya and two of their children. They have three total. Between the two of them, they have three total, but it's a picture of them and their youngest children. Tommy also has another child with a former partner of his, who is so cute, by the way. His daughter is so cute. But anyway, so between LeToya changing up her Instagram bio and putting wife back in her bio, and him posting this picture of his family saying hashtag the Walkers, it has people thinking that maybe they are reconciling. And this is the second marriage for LeToya. She was formerly married to Rob Hill Sr., and that lasted about 2 months. And so Tommy Walker is her second husband. It looks like she might be keeping this one. In my opinion, cheating is bad enough, but then to embarrass you, like publicly embarrass you on top of that, like obviously he was cheating in a way to where the woman had some type of feelings for him. Like some men will cheat and they will let the woman know that this is it. But it seems like he was cheating in a way to where the woman had some type of feelings for him, to where she put out the alleged tape of him and her being intimate while LeToya Luckett was having her baby shower. So obviously there were some feelings there, and it was just out of control. To me, that's embarrassing, but I guess, you know, embarrassment is not a deal breaker for everybody. Cheating is not a deal breaker for everybody. And so that may not be a deal breaker for LeToya. So people on social media are responding to LeToya Luckett putting wife back in her bio. Like somebody tweeted, LeToya Luckett put wife back in her bio with the rolling eyes emoji. Probably because they feel she deserves so much better. I mean, come on. And then somebody else said, "We love to see a black family work things out." So people are rooting them on and wanting them to work things out. Somebody else said, "Cheating while pregnant, cheating multiple times, not owning up to your stuff, I can't stand it. And when they say marriage is hard, you got to make it work as an excuse, just because marriage is hard doesn't give your husband a right to step out on you." And then she followed up and said, "I'm talking about LeToya Luckett, but it applies to so many, famous or not. I feel so bad for her because I'm just thinking, WTF, man, how much is a woman supposed to forgive?" That's my question. Like, where does it stop? Where does it stop? Like, where do you draw the line? Your husband cheating on you, leaking tapes. The woman is leaking tapes of him cheating on you. So you know it's something going on there as far as feelings between the two. And it's just like, you know, when does it stop? How much are you supposed to take? Then somebody else tweeted, "I'll smack LeToya Luckett husband for her." So you guys, I just wanted to give you an update on the situation. I will be following it. Like I said, I've been following it for a couple months, and I noticed it seemed that, you know, sometimes she would wear her ring, sometimes she wouldn't. So it seems like she was back and forth. In my opinion, her putting wife back in her bio makes me feel like she's still back and forth. I don't necessarily feel like she's getting back with him. I feel like she's still torn. She's still torn in between the two. And guess who the two is this time? In my opinion, this is my opinion. I feel like the two is her and him. Like she's torn between herself and him, and accepting how he's disrespected her. A lot of people refer to it as forgiveness, like you're forgiving someone for disrespecting you. But to me, my opinion, it's like you're accepting it. Like you're torn between, you know, yourself, and you're torn between accepting what he did. That's how I see it. So she torn in between the two, if you ask me. Matter of fact, I had posted on my Instagram 12 weeks ago. 12 weeks ago, it says, I posted it. Sometimes you got to give yourself a second chance instead of giving that second chance to someone else. And I think that's definitely something to think about. Like we're always, you know, prodded and encouraged to give people a second chance. But it's like, how about you give yourself a second chance? You know, instead of accepting, in my opinion, it's not forgiving, it's accepting what somebody did. Why not, you know, instead of giving them a second chance, why not give yourself a second chance? You know what I mean? But, you know, like I said, I feel like this all goes into, you know, when you have a family with someone, like you want your family to work out, but sometimes you have to realize if they're stepping out on you, if they're cheating on you, obviously you want it to work out more than them. If they stepped out on you, that means they were willing to take that risk. They were willing to take a risk of losing their family. So that's something to think about. If you want it to work out more than them, they cheat on you, and then it's on you to forgive them, quote unquote, forgive them. You know, that's something to think about. That's just my opinion, that it's a lot to think about. And, you know, something else to think about is the cost of these labels. Like if you want to label yourself a wife, you're keeping your husband, you want to label yourself a wife. What is the cost of that label? You know what I mean? What is the cost? If it costs you your dignity, if you have to deal with being embarrassed publicly to be this man's wife, is it really that valuable? Because in our society, we're taught that being a wife means that you're of value, especially in Black society. It's like there's wives and then there's quote unquote baby moms, and the wife is the one of value, right? That's what we're taught. But it's like, in my opinion, it's worth thinking about how valuable is this label. If it costs you your dignity, if you have to deal with embarrassment to have this label as wife, then how valuable is that label? You know? Like, is it really worth it? If he's the one cheating, and when he cheats, he gains something. I talked about this in my last video, how like if a man is at 80% of what he wants, if he feels shorted in the relationship and he's not getting 100% of what he wants, it's a man's nature not to stay at 80%. A man is going to get that other 20%. And that's why the 20% is so attractive to them, because men feel like they have to have 100. So if he's getting what he wants, he has you and then he has her too, and then you want to still hold on to this label. You know, labels are expensive. You want to still hold on to this label as wife, and it's costing you. Like, you are the one paying for that label. Like, not only are you the breadwinner in your home, but you're also the one making sacrifices, and you're also the one paying for that label of wife. It just makes me wonder, like, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? But anyway, leave a comment and let me know what you think about it. What do you think about the situation? And as always, thanks for watching.